Yo, Jimmy and Josh, what is up? My name is Derik Madorma, and I am 25 years old. I'm a biochemist, and I live in Miami, Florida, and I'm a huge fan of the podcast and game nights. My initial choice was actually Krenko Mob Boss, because goblins, but I decided to change my mind. As a diehard Eagles fan, I had to honor their first Super Bowl championship by playing mono green, and my selection for a commander was Galta Primal Hunger. So the whole point of this deck is you want to get Galta out as fast as possible, which is potentially turn 2, and just cause chaos. You just want to start swinging at everybody and basically forcing people, because if you got a 12-12 trampler coming at you, you got to block it with something, and then it just chaos ensues. So some quick highlights of the deck. There's always the two main categories you guys always emphasize: mana ramp and card draw. So this deck functions a little bit sort of uniquely where your creatures are your ramp, which is kind of cool, but you still want mana dorks to fill that mana ramp role. You have cards such as Karametra's Acolyte, Somberwald Sage, Llanowar Elves, and my personal favorite is Drum Hunter, because it not only taps for a colorless, but it also can potentially allow you to draw a card if you have a creature with power 5 or greater, which a lot of the times we're going to have. Card draw, some of the craziest big card draw spells are in this deck, which is weird because it's mono green, but Soul's Majesty, Rishkar's Expertise, and Greater Good all function phenomenally well with Galta, just because you have the potential to draw 12 cards off of that. And that's, especially when it comes to Greater Good, that's repeatable. That's crazy. So, last category are creatures that are cheap to play, and you can potentially get a big payoff for on their power. Some that grow over time, like Mana Gorge or Hydra or Scavenging Ooze, but you also have just cheap cost, high power creatures that generally have a drawback that we're not worried about. You have Wayward Swordtooth, Lupine Prototype, Ronus the Indomitable. These are all creatures that are cheap to cast and have, in their case, all 5 power. Yo, so some quick things about myself. I mentioned I'm a biochemist, sort of my day job. I've actually spent time as an actor. I spent about 7 months in acting school, and I've done a few student films. So I saw the video about behind the scene of game nights, how intense of a process that can be. It's something I'm vaguely familiar with, having time in front of the camera, and being experienced in front of the camera, it might help streamline that whole process. Also, guys, a real quick thank you. Thank you guys for everything you do for the Magic community. The episodes you guys put out, the amount of work that goes in that is crazy. So thank you guys. All my info that you need is down in the description. The Patreon ID, all that type of stuff. So check it out, and hopefully you pick me. Also, if I don't get picked, Barkley is going to be very sad. Do you want to make this kitten sad? I don't think so.